Good morning, children. This is Mrs. Anjum Aleem, biology teacher from Springfield School, Masap Tank. I welcome you all. In my previous videos, you have watched till lesson number 6, reproduction. Lesson number 7 is only for projects and activities. It is not included for your exams. Now we shall start with the lesson number 8, heredity. This is very interesting and very important lesson. I want you all to watch the video attentively. Don't miss any episode of the video. And please pay attention and understand the concept. We are going to learn about various things in this lesson. To start with, I will tell you what is heredity. Have you heard about the heredity before? Heredity is the transmission or passing of characters or traits from parents to offspring is called heredity. That is, transmission or passing of characters or traits from parents to offspring. You must have often heard people telling you about your resemblance with your mother or father. Maybe your nose, or maybe hair color, or the eye cornea color, various things. For example, shape of the nose, shape of face, type of ear lobe, that is attached or free ear lobe, inner thumb markings. There are various traits, various characters that can be heredity, that can be inherited from parents to the offsprings. Now, what is variation? Variation is the differences in characters within very closely related groups of organisms are referred to as variation. So, differences in characters within very closely related group of organisms are referred to as variation. For example, you resemble your mother, but you are not totally like your mother. There is some variation, there is some difference, right? So, that differences are called as variations. So, we will do in detail all of these topics in the coming videos. Now here you can view the variations in the cornea color. It can be brown or black or grey, green. You must have seen people all over the world are having the different cornea color. This is because of the variations. All are not alike. There are many differences and of course similarities. Sometimes the resemblance may be with your mother or maybe with your grandmother, maybe with your father or grandfather. So, whatever you get passed on, characters from your parents or your grandparents, they are called as the hereditary characters. Sometimes some diseases are also hereditary, like heart problems, hypertension, diabetes mellitus. Sometimes they are also hereditary. They are also inherited from the parents to the offsprings. What is inheritance? The process in which traits are passed from one generation to another generation is called inheritance. It is like heredity. Inheritance means when the traits are passed from one generation to next generation. Traits are characters, okay, as I told you. Maybe the height, if the father is very tall, the son is also sometimes, or the daughter is tall. If they have dark complexion, then the children may get the dark complexion, or if they have the very fair Americans, they get that type of complexion. They inherit from one generation to next generation. Similarly, as I told you, color of hair, color of eye, earlobes attached or free. Have you observed in the first slide? Earlobes, I will show you. The first one is attached. The second is, yes, it is free earlobed. Attached is the first one. So, inheritance is passing of traits from one generation to next generation. Now, we are going to learn many more things in this lesson. But the person who had done the research is the Gregor Johann Mendel. So, Gregor Johann Mendel is known as the father of genetics. You know, children, what is genetics? It is a branch of science. It is the science of genes, heredity, and variations of organisms Within the organism, genetic information generally is carried in chromosomes, where it is represented in the chemical structure of particular DNA molecule. This I will let you know in the coming slide. Our body is made up of organs. Organs are made up of tissues. Tissues are made up of cells, and cells have nucleus and many cell organelles. Nucleus contains the chromatin, that is the chromosomes. So these chromosomes, they are made up of genes, and the genes are made up of DNA. So that is how that we say that fingerprinting, you know DNA fingerprinting? Yes, to find out the parenthood, whether a particular person is a parent or not, a father or not of a particular child. We can do the DNA fingerprinting. That will let you know to find out that the structures matches, the DNA structure matches. So here you have to remember Gregor Johann Mendel is called as the father of genetics because he has done a very vast study in the field of genetics. He has proposed laws which we will be doing in the next videos, coming videos. Mendel observed that the pea plants, they were of various types. There were nearly 10,000 pea plants he worked on, of which 34 different varieties. So he observed that they are similar in some ways and they are different, there were variations. So he had chosen the pea plant for his experiments. The reason is they had well defined characters, bisexual flowers. Flower having both male and female reproductive parts are called bisexual flowers. Predominantly self-pollinating. You know, within the same flower, if the pollination takes place, it is called self-pollinating and suitable for cross-pollination. Yes, and also it is an annual plant. So this is the reason why Mendel selected pea plant for his experiment. This question can be expected in the exam. Why Mendel had chosen garden pea as material for his experiment. Okay, children. Now, the another question that is expected in the exam is, what are the 7 characters Mendel choose for his experiment? What are the 7 characters Mendel chose for his experiment? He decided to take the pea plant. Then in the pea plant also there were various features. So he selected this. Stem height. Dominant as tall and recessive as dwarf. What is dominant and recessive? I will tell you again in my next video. Here you understand dominant means the one which is expressed. Recessive means the one which is hidden. If the dominant gene is present, the recessive will not be expressed. The plant will become tall only. So dominant means the one which is expressed, which is first in the race, and the recessive is the next. It is hidden character. When it is present in strong quantity, in a very big quantity, only then it will get expressed, recessive. So he selected stem height, tall as dominant and dwarf as recessive. Dwarf means short. Flower color, violet as dominant and white as recessive. Flower position, axial as dominant and terminal as recessive. Pod shape, inflated as dominant and constricted as recessive. Pod color, green as dominant and yellow as recessive. Seed shape, round as dominant, wrinkled as recessive. Seed color, yellow as dominant and green as recessive. So these are the 7 characters he had chosen to perform his experiments. You can see here round and wrinkled seed, yellow and green seed, inflated and constricted pods, green and yellow fruits, flowers, you can see, purple and white, axial or terminal buds, tall and short. So these are the things. Diagrams you need not learn, but only thing is 7 characters you have to remember. Now children, before I teach you more about Gregor Mendel experiments and laws, you need to learn about the chromosomes. To start with, as I told you, our body is made up of cells. Similarly, plants and animals are made up of cells. And the important part of the cell is the nucleus. And the nucleus is important because it contains the hereditary material, chromatin, that is chromosomes. Chromosomes, as I told you, in the nucleus we have nucleolus, nucleoplasm, chromatin, nuclear pods and nuclear membrane. You have studied this in 9th class. Now this nucleus is very important because it contains the hereditary material, chromosomes, which take part in the passing of characters from one organism to the next generation, from one generation to next generation. These chromosomes, they are made up of genes, small proteins called as genes, and genes are made up of DNA fragments, deoxyribonucleic acid. You can have a view here. Chromosomes, the chromatin material, they look coiled, no? They are not actually coiled, they are like this. Chromosomes are thread-like structures located inside the nucleus of an animal and plant cell. Each chromosome is made up of protein and a single molecule of DNA. That is genes. Genes are made up of DNA. Passed from parents to offsprings, DNA contains the specific instructions that make each type of living creature unique. Now, for example, if you want to study this chromosomes, what do you observe in these chromosomes? You will observe it is thread-like structure, yes. They are present in pairs, of course, chromosomes are present in pairs. They are thread-like structures. They are made up of small hands, short hand and long arm, short arm and long arms. These are joined at the center to the centromere. So the chromatids, there are four chromatids. There are four chromatids, sister chromatids, which are attached to the centromere. Based on the position of the centromere, there are of four types: metacentric chromosomes, submetacentric, acrocentric and telocentric. This you need not require. Only thing is you have to remember about the chromosomes structure, that they are made up of thread-like structures. Chromatids are present, which are attached to the center called as the centromere. This I will be talking to you. I think I already showed you this in cell division, mitosis and meiosis. How the crossing over and linkages to chiasmata formation takes place between these chromatids, leading to the variations. That is why your nose looks like your mother and your eyes are like your father. That is the variations, that is when the cell division was taking place. When the fertilization was taking place, the variations takes place and the differences results. It results into differences. You are not the exact copy. There are some variations. So this all I am telling you because when we are doing the law of segregation, law of independent assortment in my next video, you should know, you should have the basic knowledge of chromosomes. What are they? So today we have seen definition of heredity, variation, inheritance of examples, and about the Gregor Johann Mendel, why he had selected the pea plant for his experiment, and what are the 7 characters Gregor selected for his experiment. Of course, structure and function of chromosomes. Homework is why Gregor selected pea plant for his experiment. What are the 7 characters Gregor selected for his experiment of pea plant, right? These answers are there in the PDF that I will be providing you along with the video. Kindly start writing the notes from the now itself. So by the time I complete the lesson, you also complete the writing the notes. And I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you very much for watching this video.